Alright, shalawam. First off, I want to say all praises to Yahawah, bahasham, Yahawashi, bahasham, Kodash. Double honors to our apostles and elders at GMS. To elect through the work of sincerity and truth. Shalawam. This is our Chud here, GMS Precepts. And I got two articles here I want to go into real quick. And it's, you can see it right here. This is from Finance. Yahoo Finance. This is an article from Reuters, and it reads, "Some migrants are swapping their American dream for a Mexican one." Meaning what? The American dream is, a lot of these other nations are realizing, a lot of these other people that come here or even live here, but more so the people that are coming here, right? Because they're coming here with the intent, and they've got a certain idea of what America should be, and when they come here, it's not so, right? The people that are here, they're just used to this. A lot of people are just conditioned to this bullshit system or bullshit America that we live in, or they believe in the facade. But even the people that still live here, they're realizing slowly. I'd say a little slower than the ones that come over here. They're starting to realize that this American dream, this so-called American dream that we live in, this country that's supposed to be the greatest and the most wealthiest and prosperous, they're realizing it's nothing but a big lie. It's actually an American nightmare, right? But this article is just referring to the people that come over here, the migrants, right? It says some migrants, I'll read it again, some migrants are swapping their American dream for a Mexican one. Meaning what? A lot of people that come here from these other countries, they come here in the first, like, I'll leave this in the description. The first few paragraphs, it speaks about a guy. He came from Honduras. He came over here wanting a better situation, a better, to obviously to make more money, and he wasn't able to do so because he got deported. Excuse me. He got deported, and eventually he just he settled in Mexico and was able to make enough money to provide for himself and his family back in Honduras, right? But a lot of people, basically, this article is going into how Mexico is being more so of an asylum for foreigners or migrants than America is, right? Because they're realizing America isn't what it's depicted to be, right? And this other article I got here, this is from RT. It says, just 1 in 3 U.S. voters still believe in the American dream, right? And they, obviously they did a poll. The portion of Americans who think anyone who works hard can get ahead in life has halved since last year, right? So that's the saying, right? If you work hard, you can do anything you want to do. But a lot of people, you got a lot of hardworking people, and they just still don't. They still don't get that. They still don't get what they say they're supposed to receive if they work hard. You got a lot of people that work hard, but they just, for some reason, it just doesn't pay off, right? But you have a lot of people that's suffering. And I got another article here about the wealth gap, but let me read a paragraph of this real quick. Just over a third of Americans, 36%, still have faith in the so-called American dream. The idea anyone can advance if they work hard, a Wall Street Journal poll published on Friday found. That's barely half the percentage who responded affirmatively to a similar question last year, reflecting an increasingly bleak outlook for the U.S. economy, right? So as the years go on, you have people that aren't thinking so highly about this economy and the situation they're in America, right? It says, while 45% thought the American dream once held true but no longer did, 18% said it had never been true, more than double the percentage of respondents who had given the same answer 10 years ago. It says, this is the last paragraph, it says, belief in this idea, once central to the American identity, has seemingly plummeted since last year, when 68% of poll respondents agreed with a similarly worded statement. If people work hard, they are likely to get ahead in America. However, a more modest 48% of those polled by another survey provider in 2016 still believed the American dream I'm sorry, still believe in the American dream went down from 53% in 2012. So, like I said, as the years go on, you have people that are lacking the faith that they once had in this country because all the like they do what they say to do and it's not paying off, right? I'll read one more. It says half of the respondents to Friday's poll conducted last month said life in the U.S. was worse than 50 years ago. While that's true, while just 30% said it had gotten better. Half also agreed that the economic and political system was stacked against people like them, while just 39% disagreed. See, um, this is a good time to bring out. They said 50 years ago, yeah, because you were able to get a lot more with your money 50 years ago. You see, than you are now. Right now, your money doesn't go far. Now, I got a inflation calculator, and I did some math. This is all right. So I mean, I did this. This is in January 2000, $300 in 2000 today is equivalent to 546,000. Meaning what? You need more money to get what like. All right. So let me do this. Let me start slow. Right. A dollar today. I mean, to a dollar in 2000 is equivalent of $1.82 today, right? So a dollar has a dollar in 2000 has the same buying power, like it says right here, has the same buying power as $1.82 today. Did I say it right? I'm sorry. A dollar in 2000 has the same buying power as $1.82 today. Meaning what? Like I said, this is an inflation calculator, so it's showing the inflation in the dollar, right? So you're able to get your money was able to go farther, and mind you, the inflation, the money is losing value, but yet people aren't getting paid more, right? People aren't getting paid more. Housing prices are at a all-time high, and also the APR, the interest rate on houses now is ridiculous. It's like 8%. Right? When 2000 interest rate was what? Was shit. Even a few years ago, 2021, around 2020, 2021, that was probably the best time to buy a house. It was around 3%, 4% to buy a house. Now it's 8%. You see? So even to qualify for a house, you need way more money than you did when the interest rate was low. But the point is, like this article said, 50 years ago, you see, 50 years ago was a lot better than it is right now. A lot of people are losing faith in the society, man. The scripture I think of, I'll get it. Proverbs 29, right? Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. If this was a righteous kingdom, a righteous society, people wouldn't be mourning. People wouldn't be having these thoughts of America being basically a nightmare, right? You know, they want to depict America as this beacon of light for the nations, and everybody can come here and thrive and prosper just as long as you work hard. Oh, let me get that other article. When it speaks about the wealth gap, right? Look at this. Wealth gap, I just Googled this. Wealth gap in America in 2023. In the second quarter of 2023, the top 10% of earners in the United States held 69% of total wealth. Okay? So the top 10% people in the United States own 70% of the wealth. Let's get a graph just so you can get a depiction of that, right? The green is this is the top, or this is the bottom 50%, right? As a graph shows. This is the total wealth, or right? This is the total wealth in America, and it breaks it up in sections, right? This is the bottom 50%, right? The gray is 50 to 90%, and it goes up 90 to 99%, all the way up to the top 1%. See, I got a little congested here. Top 1%, right? So this is, they own 2.4, top 1%. I'm sorry. No, I'm sorry. They own, it said the top 10% have about 70% of the percentage of work. So look at that wealth gap. You see? But this is this is in a wicked society where shit goes up. Like they say, the harder you work, the you'll prosper here in America. But that's just not true. The hardest workers are the working class. But you know that's how it is. But look, pretty soon this whole society is gonna end, and we ain't got to worry about this no more for too much longer. But that's how you know. That's just another sign of what type of people are ruling. It's the wicked, right? Let me go back to that again. Proverbs 29:2. When the righteous are in authority, when the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. And you can see, if you turn on the news, you can see all these people in America, and are under the rule of the Edomite. They're suffering. You see, you got a lot of people sleeping in their cars. All right. It ain't so sweet in America. All right. So that's pretty much it. I'll leave these articles in the description box so when your brother and sister are edified. Till next show, shalawam.